So what we're going to do now is we're going to drop in the vaults or the structures. So to do this, I'm going to turn on the IFC structure. So it's on this layer called L-Site. And we're going to use that as our guide to drop in our utility nodes, or in this case, our structures. So I'm going to go up to Create Utility Node on my Utility tab. I'm going to make sure that I choose the utility network, which is conduit run A, which is the one that I'm working on. Let's give it a name. We'll call it structure 1. And we'll increment those so you know that you have structure 1, structure 2, so on and so forth. We can put it on the same layer as duct bank, that's fine. If you want to separate out each run, maybe you make a different layer for each run or each trench. Now the site improvement is going to be the conduit bank vault because it's a junction box, right? So if I pick fitting, you'll see that I've got that no fitting. We actually want to drop in the junction box. And if you don't see any site improvement here, or not the one that you want, make sure that you created it properly in the site improvement manager. So to verify that, let's click on this button here and go to our site improvements and then pick on vault. In this case, it's 13 by 11 feet. So you want to make sure that the utility line or its utility type is cable in this case, because that's what we're creating. And then the length, you want to make sure that it's in inches. Now, in the earlier video, I think I messed this up and I put it in as feet and not inches. So if you just put in 13.33 with the foot symbol, it will actually convert it to the length. Same thing here. If I was to put in this as 11.33 with the foot symbol and tab, it's going to put the length in there. All right, so now the length and width is in inches. Now the thickness, now keep in mind, this is the interior dimensions of the box. So I measure the outer dimensions of the vault. So what we probably want to do is minus 4 inches, right, from each one of these. So then we could put a 4-inch thickness on for the vault. Doesn't really matter, but you can do that if you want. So I'm going to click close. And now it's going to ask for a location. So the location is going to be the center of this box. So if I right click and use that middle of point to point, and I grab the corner of the box here, make sure we grab it, and then we grab the corner of the box here, it's going to find the center of the box. Now the rim elevation, we could use this top elevation here. Okay, so if I pick that point there as my rim elevation, let's see if I can grab it. It's not picking up the elevation that I want. Let's try this corner here. There we go. So grab the elevation there. We could have just grabbed this outer elevation as well. Okay. And I'm going to pan this up. And then the bottom, or the invert, is going to be basically the bottom of the structure, which is right here. It's not really the invert, it's the bottom of the structure. So when I click apply, you'll see that now it drops in that box. Okay. Doesn't really matter on the height. We could have chose this corner here to put in the box itself. Okay. So let's do the same thing over here. Let's drop in this one. So I'm going to right click and go middle of point. Grab that point and that point there. And then for the rim elevation, like I said, we can grab one of these corners. All right, so let's just grab that corner there. And then we'll grab this corner down here for the invert. All right. And when I click apply, it drops in that box there as well. Okay. So now we've got our structures. Now we could do that. We could go around and drop those structures in all over the place. The different sizes. But I'm going to concentrate on this one trench. Okay. So the next step, what we need to do now is we just need to connect these pipes or these duct banks to this vault. Right now they're separate. So when we drop in a trench template, it's going to treat them as separate objects. And I want to make this all one complete run. So what I need to do is I need to combine them by connecting them. And I'm going to show you that in the following video.